In this video, we're going to talk about how to contribute translations to simply schedule appointments. We're going to use the tools at translate.wordpress.org, and even if you're familiar with that process, be sure to watch to the end of this video because Simply Schedule Appointments has some extra tools that are really cool. We're looking here in the Help Center at how to contribute translations. And this is an excellent written document. I'm going to walk you through it and show you how to do it. There's another document on using translations, and we're not going to cover that in this video, but this is an excellent place to learn how to use them. We're going to start here at the plugins page on WordPress.org for Simply Schedule Appointments. And right in the middle is a development link. We'll go in there, and then right here it says Translate. If we click there, it takes us over to WordPress.org. Now, this is actually several steps in if you started at translate.wordpress.org. If you start here, then you pick a language first and then a plugin. But the link we chose jumps directly through several of those steps. So I recommend you start here. Now, here you can see some languages that are fairly complete and some that are not very complete, and then some that haven't even started. So from this page, we can pick the language we want to translate. And we want to work on the development branch. This is important, and I'll show you why later. So I'm going to pick English UK. Now, in order to use this, you need to be logged into WordPress.org. And it's just the normal account that you use for everything on WordPress.org, and they're free to get. So if you don't have one, sign up, and you can log in here, and anyone can do this. Now, to translate a string, all you have to do is double-click over here. So the string is team member images. Now, since it's the same in both British English and American English, I can simply paste that in here. You'll see on the right here that it has a status of untranslated and a priority of the original is normal. So if I click suggest, there we are. Now, the status has not changed. That's because we didn't actually translate this string. We suggested a translation to the language moderators. So at some point, the language moderators are going to come through here and read over them and approve or deny. Your role here is done. So that's it, right? You've translated it, except your copy of Simply Schedule Appointments does not have this translation yet because it needs to be moderated. Right there, it says waiting. This is where Simply Schedule Appointments is special. Under the settings page for Simply Schedule Appointments, there's translations. And right here, you can choose to download and install any translation pack that you saw on that site, even the ones that aren't complete if you wish. But let's put in English, and there's UK. So now I'm going to download and install. And there we are. You can see that we have the English UK version installed, and it's the development branch, the one that you translated. So if you go through and do a bunch of translations and need them immediately, this is how you can get them immediately without having to wait for the moderation team. Now, another really cool thing about language packs is that they're tied into the WordPress update system. So if we go to WordPress and under Dashboard Updates, you'll see we have an update for Gravity Forms. And if there were a version of WordPress, you could get it here. If there were themes to update, you could get them here. And when there are new versions of your language pack, they will also show up here. And so you can quickly and easily update them if somebody else is doing translations alongside of you. So that's how you do translations for Simply Schedule Appointments. Actually, for most plugins, Simply Schedule Appointments has the added advantage of being able to download and install your new changes quite quickly. You go to translate.wordpress.org, you find your language and your plugin, and Simply Schedule Appointments in this case, and you make your changes. And then you go to Settings, download and install your new language pack, and you have your new translations.